Greetings, you Mantis Riders. I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG. Please subscribe to the channel. Today we are... I don't know why I did that. Today we are opening this pack, which you can see through. Isn't that neat? This is, I believe, a pre-release seeded pack from the Khans of Tarkir pre-release. This was given to us by Shivam in Vegas. It just says Shivam... Maybe it was given to us by somebody named Shivam Vegas, which would be pretty cool, but then I wouldn't know where we got it. So it's probably that it was Shivam in Vegas. Anyway, so this is a Jeskai pack. Again, I assume, because it's got the Jeskai, it's Dragon Style Twins is up front. We know the rare, so, you know, spoilers, I guess. But we'll, you know, because we like to move through the packs in an orderly fashion, culminating at the rare, we're all gonna pretend that we didn't see that, and we'll come back to it later. Thank you for buying into this fantasy world with me. I guess I'll start from the back then. First up, we have Alabaster Kieran, 3 and a white for a 2/3 with Flying and Vigilance. And this card was great. You know why? Because it blocked morphs. Also, it blocked and attacked because it had Vigilance. That's what the ability Vigilance does, Graham. Well read. Thanks, Graham. All right, Alabaster Kieran was good. I remember that. I obviously have other brain deficiencies at the moment, but I remember that Alabaster Kieran was good. Next, we have Swiftwater Cliffs, which, you know, I've made the joke before that people in this format started with 2 lands in play at 22 life, and Swiftwater Cliffs is just handy if you're trying to be Jeskai. I wonder if the other one's in here too. Do we get both of them? Well, not yet, but we do get Jeskai Student, 1 and white for a... Why am I holding it up? It's going to cut to a close-up shot. What am I doing with my life? 1 and a white for a 1/3 with Prowess. Now, I don't recall exactly, but I think... Was this the origin of Prowess, or was this the codification of Prowess? No, this was the origin of Prowess, and then later they decided Prowess would be evergreen, and then they later decided that that was silly, but Scry is around forever now, right? Tell me in the comments. Calls to action, they're good on YouTube. I don't know, I don't do this intentionally. This card was mediocre at best. Next, we have Whirlwind Adept, 4 and a blue for a 4/2 with Hexproof and Prowess. This was actually pretty alright, particularly in the Fate Reforged sort of Is It aggro deck, like the Is It Prowess, the one with Temur Battle Rage, right? This card particularly went very well with Temur Battle Rage, but that's not in this set, so we don't have to worry about it. But we do have to worry about getting a Swift Kick, because next we have Swift Kick. It's 3 and a red for an instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It fights target creature you don't control. Sure. That was good, actually, if you had a creature with Prowess. For example, if you cast this on the Jeskai Student, it would become a 3/4. And that could eat some stuff without dying. Generally, when you cast Swift Kick, your creature also died. Not depicted on the art. On the art, he's coming out of this exchange much better off, but in reality, your creature just died a lot. Next, we have Crippling Chill, 2 and a blue for an instant. Tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step, and draw a card, because why not? Well, because otherwise it wouldn't really be that good. It's only really playable because you get to draw a card. So, yeah. Moving on. Next we have Erase. Not the unglued one. Was it unglued or unhinged? There was a joke card in one of the unsets. There was a card called Erase, bracket, not the Urza's Legacy one, because there was a card from Urza's Legacy called Erase. This is a reprint of the Urza's one. Nobody needs to have gone down this path with me. I could have kept all of this inside my head. It's an instant that exiles an enchantment. Because the Urza's sets were supposed to be like an enchantment matters block, but like nobody got told about it, if I recall correctly. Anyway, ooh, okay. Very nice Jeskai gold card here. It's Ifrit Weapon Master. So 3 blue, red, white for a 4/3 with first strike. 6 mana for a 4/3 with first strike. That's a lot, but it has Morph. So a reminder of Morph. You may cast this card face down as a 2/2 creature for 3 generic mana. Turn it up at any time for its Morph cost. So you turn 3, you play this little 2/2, and then you turn it up for 2 blue, red, white. So 5 mana to turn it up. When Ifrit Weapons Master enters the battlefield or is turned face up, another target creature you control gets +3/+0 until end of turn. So it's like a surprise that doesn't actually involve this creature. It's like this guy shows up and then someone else gets really strong. Maybe because maybe it's just like a fight or flight response gone wrong. I'm not going to work out the flavor of that one, but it was fine. Free Weapon Master, you know, 4/3 first strike. It could block some stuff. What can I say? Jeskai Wind Scout. Now this thing was a beater. 2 and a blue for a 2/1 bird scout with flying and prowess. There you go. 2/1 flyer for 3 is already like, yeah, all right, you'll play that in draft. And then with prowess, it just incidentally hits for 3. Great. You love to see it. Smite the Monstrous, back again, or perhaps this was the original. I feel like Smite the Monstrous has been printed on numerous occasions. 3 and a white for an instant, destroy a target creature with power 4 or greater. Because white mana doesn't like big lads. White mana has this sub-theme of killing the thick boys. In this case, some sort of woolly Loxodon hath been smoten. Next, a Mystic Monastery, one of the tri-lands. Nice to see that in this pack. I would feel annoyed if I had a seeded Jeskai pack that didn't have the Jeskai tri-land. It enters tapped and it taps for blue or red or white. Ta-da! It's just useful. Next, we have the Venerable Lamassu. It's 6 and a white, so it's 7 mana for a 5/4 Lamassu with flying. I am confident this is the only Lamassu in Magic that isn't a changeling. Don't get after me. I feel like that's not a thing that exists anywhere else, and I don't even know really why it exists here, but why not? Why not? I like stuff like that. Go for it. It says here, Lamassu are the enigmatic travelers of Tarkir, soaring high above all lands in all seasons. No one knows their true purpose, but they often arrive on the eve of great conflicts or turning points in history. Can you imagine that? Just some, like, strange, 4-horned, winged goat just dives out of the sky, and you're like, uh-oh. Well, what's the opposite of like, oh, I gotta buy a lottery ticket? You know, like you see the Lamassu and it's like, all right, everyone into the bunker. Looks like it'd make a nice sweater out of the wool. I'm not saying you kill it. You know, think you could shave a Lamassu and make like a scarf or something? These are the kind of questions I have about Magic the Gathering. Someday I'll figure out what's wrong with me. Mistfire Weaver is next. 3 and a blue for a 3/1 Djinn Wizard. I don't know why I said it like that. With flying and morph. Face up cost is 2 and a blue. And when Mistfire Weaver is turned face up, target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Nice. That's cool. Because then you get a 3/1 flyer at the end of it, and presumably you got to fizzle one of your opponent's removal spells. Very good. So we've had 3 uncommons already, and we have another. We have Seeker of the Way, probably the best 2-drop for the Jeskai deck. Beats the pants off of that student. It's a 2/2 for 1 and a white, human warrior. Warriors was irrelevant. subtype as well. It has prowess, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, which is the same as the trigger for prowess, Seeker of the Way gains lifelink until end of turn. So depending on what you were doing with your life, Seeker of the Way could be a 3/3 with lifelink attacking on turn 3. And that was neat. And our last unknown card is Jeskai Banner. Whee! 3 mana artifact, taps to add blue or red or white, and for blue and red and white, and tap and sacrifice Jeskai Banner, draw a card. These banners were totally fine, but you didn't love them. Sometimes you had to run this because you didn't pick up a tri-land. And finally, what a surprise! It's Dragon-style Twins. 3 red for a 3/3 human monk with double strike and prowess. So they get very large and very scary, and they can punch you all the way out. So obviously this was designed for sealed. Like explicitly designed for sealed. So it's not really a situation where a first pick really makes sense. It's probably just the Dragon-style Twins, but like Seeker of the Way was a very high pick in draft. Tri-lands were very high picks in draft. Wind Scout was okay. You ended up taking the life gain lands high in draft sometimes. I like the Kieran, but I mean, I guess we're just going with Dragon-style Twins as the pick. The Twins are also the highest value card in the pack at a whopping 55 cents. And in looking that up, we discovered that there is actually another Lamassu. So joke's on me. It's from Ravnica City of Guilds, Hunted Lamassu. Who could have forgot the hunted cycle? I know I have already been judged by those of you who are Lamassu fans, or just know the whole hunted cycle, or just happen to know that card exists, or because of the person that I am. There's lots of reasons that you could be judgmental of me, but how about not? This pack is not worth very much money, but Shivam, thank you. That was interesting. So I appreciate it. That is going to do it for the Crack-a-Pack today. If you feel so inclined, you're under no obligation, but if you feel so inclined to send us a pack, you can do so at our P.O. box. Attention, Crack-a-Pack. Put that on the box so that we know what it is, and please do label it so that we know that it was sent to us by Mr. Shivam Vegas, or whomsoever you may be. That is going to do it. I have been Graham. James helped me out here. Shoutouts to the editors, and we will talk to you next time. Oh, I forgot to mention the Patreon. It's fine. Try the Patreon. Okay, goodbye.